Hello everyone, it's TrailTrekBeck. Welcome back to my next adventure here in the BC Rockies. So I am in Yoho National Park. If you had joined me before, I was down in Kootenay National Park, and then yesterday I went up to Yoho for the first time and did Emerald Lake. But today I'm still in Yoho, but I'm at a place called Wapta Falls. So the name of the trail that I'm doing is called Wapta Falls Trailhead. And it's just a little short trail through this forested area to take us down a mountainside to get to these really beautiful falls, which is called Wapta Falls. So you can see the hike so far starts off on really flat, easy terrain to traverse through. It's a nice, dense and lush forested area with some openings so you can see the clear sky and the sun peeking through. But it's a very short and easy hike. So we're just trekking through a forested area right now. Very calm, very peaceful. It's a very short trail to get to the waterfalls, which we're going to start approaching very soon. So there it is to my left. You can probably hear the water. So at this point, the trail has taken us to the waterfall, and we're just going to keep following the trail back until we start to make a descent down the hill to get us down into the water. So you can hear the water there. Of course, this is fenced off for safety because it's a very, very steep way down. So it's hard to see the waterfalls just yet because they're to the left of the trees, but you can see the mountains around. Or sorry, not to the left of the trees, they're right there, but they're kind of covered. But we're going to get down there soon, but this is our first glimpse of them. So you can see here I'm starting to make the descent down. Super short trail to get down to the river here. And actually, this is called the Kicking Horse River. And Wapta Falls is the largest waterfall that's on Kicking Horse River. And as far as I could find through my research, is one of the very few waterfalls that lets you get so up close and personal, which is something you're going to see very shortly. So we're still making our way down. You can hear the water's getting louder because we're getting closer to it. We're getting down the side of the hill, or side of the mountain. So there it is. We can see the waterfall a little bit better now. I'll go get closer. So again, that's Kicking Horse River. We're going to get down into that river. So we're still making our descent down, a very gradual, very slow, steep way down. It's not too steep, but at first you can kind of see it's dropping a little bit. But it's a very short trail. It didn't take me long to get here at all. I hear the water rushing in the back. You can see there's some steep parts here, but they're very manageable. Just watch where you're stepping because there's lots of tree roots sticking out. So those are easy to slip on or trip on. See, we're getting closer and closer to the water. I'm just going to walk along the edge here. If you look carefully, right in the middle of the screen almost, you can see the rainbow. You see the mountains peeking over the treetops in the back on both sides. And that's the Kicking Horse River. We're going to go down and walk through there as well. So this just kind of gives you a distant view of the waterfalls before I go get up close. Alright, so I'm getting back onto the trail here. see I'm still making my way down because we got to get down towards that water. We started up higher and it was a flat terrain all the way from the parking lot to where I had got to that initial viewpoint of the waters, and then it's just been a very gradual descent down the back of the mountain. So here we are, we've made our way all the way down. Not a far hike though, not a far trail to follow down. You can see parts of the Kicking Horse River over here are a little bit dried up, which actually makes it a little bit more accessible for us, because now I'm going to walk through it and go get close up with the waterfalls. So I'm going to take my time here because we do have some stones, so it's going to get slippery. But I just want to slow down too and let you guys take in the views as well. You see there's some other people up ahead. There's actually a lot of people here. I'm just trying to be very careful about not getting them on the camera. So there's a nice distant view of the waterfalls. I just cut to a closer up view of it. You can see that rainbow again. So there's that rainbow right in the center of the screen. So as I get up that mound in front of us, I'm just going to take my time. It is very, very slippery here. Of course, there's lots of mist coming off of the falls. So it's making everything wet, even though this isn't underwater, it's still drenched. So just watch where you're stepping if you do come here. Take your time. It's very muddy and very slippery. So as I make my way up this mound here, and I let the people come down first, I just want to let you know how high this waterfall is. So it's actually 30 meters high, which is almost 95 feet. So it is pretty tall. It's not the tallest one you're going to see in the Rockies, of course, but it's one of the biggest ones that you can get up close to. So that's awesome. And it's 107 meters wide, which means it's almost 351 feet wide. So it's pretty big. So there's some people up here taking a selfie. I actually had stopped my GoPro shortly after this to take some pictures of them. So there it is, nice and close. You see the GoPro's getting sprayed with the waterfall. And I'm just taking my time, one, to kind of just enjoy the views and get some nice footage of the views. But two, it's very, very wet and slippery. So I'm just taking my time so I don't slip and fall into that rushing water, because I'm not sure there's going to be much of a way out of there. I mean, eventually, I guess it would drift me out into the lake beyond, but at what cost, I do not know. So I'll take my time. Here's me being an idiot. So you can see how powerful the wind is. Right, there's one thing to look at it through a camera. So I have my towel blowing on the back. It's embarrassingly enough, it's my sweat towel. I just wipe my forehead. But you can see it blowing because that is one powerful waterfall.
My mom's gonna kill me!
So what I did is I walked to the left across the mound here. So I had to come down. Of course, you could see that I went across the mound. I went up the hill first and then across it to the left. My boots are full of water, and I deserve it, because I went on the edge of a waterfall. Do. Oh my gosh, that was such a rush. So you can see the mound there is what I want. So I went up the right hand side and then walked across it on the left and went and stood right in front of the waterfalls. I almost got over. And it was powerful, and the water is so cold, so it's quite refreshing, but again, it's gonna knock the wind out of you, so just be prepared for that. Go around this way. So what I'm doing now is I'm just walking along the Kicking Horse River, kind of just exploring down here. I'm gonna go find a place to sit and eat my lunch. A lot more calm and peaceful this way. Oh, it's so worth it. Of course, I'm still all worked up and excited and living on adrenaline from being up by that waterfall. It was definitely a lot of fun. It was worth it. I'm glad I did it. At first I wasn't sure, but I'm glad I had the courage. So you can see the Kicking Horse River is still rushing. Still quite powerful water. I definitely do not recommend going and swimming in this. I mean, you could. It's up to you. I mean, maybe it's shallow. I don't know for sure. But it still looks pretty powerful here, so just be careful. So just giving you the nice view, the surrounding area, and of course I continue walking through a little bit more, and then I go sit and have my lunch. So as always, I'm going to leave you with some pictures as I go over stats. So today I hiked 6.76 kilometers. So the trail itself, Wapta Falls Trailhead, is a 4.6 kilometer in and out trail. So that means one way is 2.3 kilometers. So just be prepared to do it twice, in and out. And my elevation gain was 147 meters, and that was because we had to go down to the falls and then we came up. And then my moving time today was 1 hour and 41 minutes. So I took my time going down, and then I of course I went along the falls at the top there and enjoyed the rushing water splashing my face. But be safe. Lots of people were doing it. Everyone was safe and cautious. So if you come here, I say definitely check out this area. It's so worth it. You get so close up and personal with the waterfall. So thank you for joining me today on my hike, and as always, keep trekking.